In my last video, I showed off some projects that I worked on with the laser cutter at my local makerspace. These set of pieces are part of a prototype that I started working on about a year ago when I discovered this little article on building a ribbon controller using an Arduino type microcontroller. It looked rather simple and I started planning on making my own. It wasn't until now that I finally built a case for this project. I ended up using some acrylic cement to put most of the case together while leaving the top loose. I'll eventually attach that with some nuts and bolts, but they haven't arrived just yet. This particular acrylic cement that I purchased isn't the easiest to use for something like this. It kind of gets everywhere. If a glop drops on your project, it will actually start melting a hole in it. Still, it works better than super glue. Either can work for a prototype like this though. Once I finished the case, I got to work on wiring up a few 1/8" audio style connectors that will output CV or control voltage, as well as a gate signal. Here's the connectors installed in the case along with the prototype board that I put together last year when I started the project. I'll leave a link in the description to the original project on the Synth Hacker blog in case you're interested in doing this yourself. The star of the show, the soft touch potentiometer, is made by a company called Spectra Symbol. They have a variety of these sort of things for projects like this. This one is 200mm long, which is big enough to provide a lot of expression to one synth plane. Here's a quick test of the output of each of those 1/8" connectors. The first one is for gate. Anytime you touch the ribbon, the connector will put out a 5V signal, and it seems to do this quite accurately. Next is one of those control voltage outputs that I currently have programmed to put out approximately 0 to 2 volts depending on the position of your finger on the touch strip. The final output is currently set to output between 1 and 4 volts. Both CV outputs can be programmed for various ranges depending on your needs. While this project does work in its current configuration, I have plans to take what was done in the original project several steps further. I want there to be controls that will let you manually adjust the CV voltage ranges. I'm also thinking about putting the brains of this project in a Eurorack module, so that I can plug a variety of touch strips into it without replicating the Arduino circuit. With that being said, I'm not going to give you a synth demo at this point in time. I'll do that when I expand things and rewrite some or all of the code being used. So keep an eye out for that in a future video. That's all I have for now. If you'd like to support the work that I do, please visit my Patreon via the link in the description. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Awesome!